10 minuter eller hur länge du vill. Så.
Ja, 5 är nog ganska lagom.
Hello everyone, we're live testing out the new tool StreamYard here, and I'm currently covering Hack the Crisis hackathon that's going on all over the world this weekend. It's been many weekends, 2 weeks before, some places all over the world. I'll have a global map where we can see that at least 50 hackathons are taking place this weekend all over the world. And I'm trying to connect as many people and initiatives as possible all over the world. And I'm just testing out the live studio for the first time. I live streamed last weekend, but I'm here with a special guest and friend, Johan Lange, who is a system thinker like me. So, hello, Johan. What's going on in your life, especially now during Corona times? And where are you in the world?
Good morning, or good evening, or wherever you are. I'm here in Stockholm, sunny Stockholm. It's finally warming up. I still have the spikes on my bike, as you see. And well, what's happening? I was planning to be on the hackathon, but reality proved me wrong. I've entered a quest here in Sweden to provide as many as possible healthcare workers to be protected, and so the simplest way to do that is to get one of these overhead slides from the 70s and 80s and 90s maybe, and you punch holes in these, and they can then be carried by the health workers with one of these things. And of course, the interesting thing for us entrepreneurs with this one is they are 3D printed, so you can probably get the design of this one very easily. Just Google. And so I've been since I'm normally in leadership and team development, my market almost crashed down to I think I got about 2 or 3% left, and so this is what I spent my time with. I asked people for overhead slides, and I think we passed now 1,000 copies, and I pick up this 3D printed holders up at KTH, my old school, the 3D makerspace. They have a Google Doc, and if you enter that place, they will then supply this in a messenger car. But since I'm dumping quite a lot of overhead slides up at that place, I also ask for any urgent deliveries, and there are always a few. So that's what I've been doing in the Stockholm area. And to do this transportation in an effective way, I have my electrical bike, the raw bike, the Swedish one, powerful like hell. So that's what I'm doing, and then a friend of mine was also telling me I act as a red flag between the having a cold and the panic. I think there are many people panicking and also sharing conspiracy theories, and someone has to stop and question: are they? If it looks too good to be true or too bad to be true, it probably is.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. So that's in short what's happening around here. So I didn't really get into the hackathon. I went in to comment a few things what I'd like from some of the people hacking, but I think when I supply these to the healthcare workers in Stockholm, the ones working today, I actually do more good in this way than I would do in the hackathon. So I'll join that next time. But I'm still in the Slack flow.
Yeah, I'm in the Slack flow as well, and I'm in a group with the Open Gov group with Ola Berg and Åsa Holmberg. You know, this
Yeah.
friends of ours from who's been sharing this journey for 10 years now. So, and I also talked to Annette earlier here. So uh,
Ah, cool.
about about where they're going. So.
Cool.
Mm,
I also took just to show you how fast this mounting of the plastic is.
mm,
I did it now in about 5 seconds. So, and it's supposed to be there like this.
mm,
I was a little surprised, but this is
mm.
because there should be a place for your nose. So this is actually how the thing works. So now
Ah,
it protects my face from up at the head. I would
mm,
probably have a like a protective hat of paper that is covered by some kind of water resistance material, and you
mm,
see it goes all the way down here. So this
mm.
actually works. You don't have to have the breathing protection here.
The face mask. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion about that,
Mm,
but of course, if you're in a heavy environment where there is a high dose of
mm,
virus,
mm,
uh, there are many indications that a very high dose of virus will break through your immune system, uh, even if you have a something like this. So you should have a mask, and certainly if you're in the healthcare where you're changing the ventilator tubes and so on, then it becomes an aerosol disease, but it's not traveling over to the next room in a hospital, and so on. So that's what I'm doing.
mm.
Questions?
Questions, yeah. How is I see Bertola is in the commenting in the stream as well. So he did a video about the Swedish experiment and what's going on in Sweden. Why aren't we totally closed down? And how's the feeling in Stockholm? That's one of the cities that actually have a lot of cases. I'm on the west coast in Sweden where you have barely none so far. So.
Yeah, we well, the how it all happened here in Sweden was very much due to ski travelers to
Mm,
both Italy,
mm,
Canacé, and Ischgl in Austria.
mm,
So people around like me, 50, 60 years old, they came here and they were developing this COVID-19. Um, it's now expanding, but we were around 6,000 confirmed. I think
mm,
the real number is probably somewhere about around
mm,
500,000. But until we have the test of the immune system, we can't really tell. So
mm,
we can do about 15,000 tests a week, and therefore the healthcare authorities have decided on concentrating on keeping testing the people coming into the hospitals and also the staff, which I think is correct. The head of the CDC here in Sweden, well, he said experiment in Sweden. Well, that's one perspective. Another one is all other countries that are closing down. Isn't that the experiment?
yeah.
And I think there's an interview with Anders Tegnell from BBC. You can probably share that, um, uh, where he comments on do you know that you're doing the right thing? Well, nobody really does. And what is different in Sweden is we don't have the minister ruling. We, there is a local person here being a bit noisy.
We don't have
Uh,
minister direct rule
no,
now in Sweden.
no, exactly. So we are trusting our authorities, and many of them have been in 5 pandemics, the Ebola being one of them. So I think a lot of Swedes trust them. We also have another thing that is not mentioned so often, but in the 1930s, we had an accident in Sweden where the Swedish military actually killed uh, approximately 10 people in a demonstration, and so that means we are not using our military against the normal citizens of Sweden, and that goes really deep. So, but we're trying to keep the distance. People clean their hands, and it's pretty good to be outside, get the D vitamin and enhance your immune system. So I think people are staying away, and we'll see. Uh, as Anders Tegnell said, we're probably never gonna know what was the best way of handling this, but well,
Well, we
so
will see.
we're somewhere between the being a bit cold and the panic.
Mm,
And I actually got some light cold today, and we'll see how that develops.
mm.
More
Yeah,
questions?
great of having you. More questions. Yeah, what's how is the you're in the coaching mentor business. How's it looking out for your field of work right now in your part of the world? And yeah,
Well, you can always do coaching on online, and
yeah,
I have a customer. We'll have a few meetings
mm,
on the distance, of course, but
mm, mm,
we'll plan for the things ahead, and uh, we'll see if the flattened curve will something will happen around the National Day, the 6th of June. I don't expect anything to be flattening out before that. At least it could
mm,
even take. It's probably gonna be another month or two, to be honest. But I use a lot of Zoom. I use a lot of Teams meetings, and I think that's a good thing coming with the bad, that we actually get good exercise in having online meetings and discipline and all that stuff. I even
yeah,
heard from the schools, the the gymnasium level, they have closed down the schools to limit the number of travels in through the country, and they have an increased number of attendance in schools, and maybe a few good things come out of this.
mm. Yes.
Questions?
More questions. So we also learned that Almedalen is closed for the summer here in
Now
Sweden.
I
I don't know.
have
Have you
problems
heard
hearing
anything
you, I
about
think.
that? Are you?
Right, switch on, switch off. I see the 5 minutes are now up to 13.
Yeah, exactly. We also heard that Almedalen is
I cannot
closing.
hear you.
You cannot hear me at all. Anything?
Probably an incoming call. Something happened
Yeah.
to the connection.
Yeah. Try to reconnect. So
That's also a learning.
we can hear you now. So. Can you hear me at all, Johan? I hear you perfectly, and and we hear you on the live stream.
Sorry, I don't hear you.
Mm. So uh, let's see if we can reconnect. We can hear him. Anyway, I'll see if I have posted some good links here. See, Bertola, you're available to come online as well. And I see 6 p.m. 1800 hours today. We're gonna have some share list from the Hack for the Crisis Pakistan Denmark online, and we still see.
Hello, Captain Future. How are you today?
Hello, Lilana. How's it going?
Oh, I'm just getting out of bed this morning, actually. It was a long night last night. So
Yeah.
things are good. The weather's finally breaking. We're making it into spring now. So no more snow on the ground over here in Michigan. Well, I should use the other hand, I guess.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of this hand is where we're at. So just wanted to say hi to Captain Future and just let people know what a wonderful job you're doing out here at Amy Care's classroom, and that we appreciate all the time and effort you're putting in over here. So thanks so much for that. I hope you and your family are doing well as well.
Yeah, we're all safe here in Sweden, so we're good. Yeah.
I'm going to be contacting my good friend Alex Bertlund, who's also in Sweden, as you know, and getting him online probably this week and talking with him as well as what's going on over there. So I appreciate the news. But I'm going to let you get back to your broadcast. I just wanted to chime in and say hello and thanks for your time.
So great seeing you, and we're connecting the world, so keep on doing that. So.
Yes, please do what you're doing. Everybody out there, just make sure you keep in mind that this is a very important thing that we have to do. Stay safe, stay 6 feet apart, keep your hands clean, do all that other good stuff, and we'll see you on the other side. Take care. All right, see you guys.
Yeah. Let's see who else we have online. I'm in my home studio here, so the bridge, I call it, my apartment. You can see a part of it here. Not the clean angle, and I've set up, rigged my free screens here, and so this is the first time I do a home studio, and we have Johan Lange back online again. So. Hello, Johan. You're back online. Johan? No? I really like this tool. I have down in the bottom here. So, can you hear us now, Johan? No, not at all. So down in the bottom here in my studio, I have a guest list, people I can bring on or put on hold for my guest studio here. I think it's 6 people who can be in the studio at the same time. So this is a variation of Zoom. Many of you have been in Zoom call for the last couple of weeks. For even if you're a Zoom veteran like me, has been on Zoom for 8 years, or you're maybe a Zoom beginner or novice. You have been in Zoom calls, and some of them are live streamers, and many people use Zoom for live stream calls. But I want to try this web-based program instead. I went with a basic plan, so that's 2 streams. So today, right now, I'm testing my personal Facebook stream, which has the most traffic anyway. Whenever I stream, and I try the YouTube channel so I can share it on Twitter as well. So let's see what's going on there. There's a friend of mine I want to join. Let's see if you can join in. But I'm trying out this plan and see if I'm going to go. I tried Rehan's studio before, where you can have unlimited streaming channels, but I don't know if I'm going to go to I have my Facebook, the Captain Future Facebook page as well, but most of the traffic, thanks to the algorithms of Facebook, go to my personal Facebook page anyway. So that's where I'm going to keep streaming at least, and to see, and then I'm going to switch back and forth on YouTube and with the Captain Future show page on Facebook. So let's see what's happened there. Yes, Bertola is soon coming in. He's down on ice. So let's see what's going on there. But we're gonna try this out, and I'm gonna play with this for a while this weekend. I'm gonna have some people from the Swedish and the Netherlands Hack the Crisis coming on as well, and there's also a global map. If you want to see all the crises that has been and have not been, I will comment in the Facebook Live thread right now. Bartola's coming on in 3 minutes here, so that's going to be cool. And I have some other friends, my Facebook friends. So if you are a friend and see this in my Facebook stream, there's a link if you want to join the studio, and I will let you in as soon as I feel like it. Oh, it's open, random, and supportive. Like I share in some message groups sometimes, and just share the link and see if someone is online and just want to join in, like my friend just did here. Let's see what else is going on. I'm going to share some Facebook group here, so we're going to see. Bartola is up in the heart of Sweden. That's northern Sweden for me, but geographically it's the middle of Sweden, but there's still snow and stuff, and sun and shine. We haven't had snow all winter here in southern Sweden. Yeah, nice protest. Thank you, Peter. And well, I've been covering. I have my other monitor here beside me where I can see a lot of hashtags on Twitter. So I'm trying to get a flow of what's going on. And most people don't use Twitter now anymore. So here's Stella and Bartola.
Hello.
Hello, Bert. Hello, Stellan.
Hello there, Captain Future and Bartola. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in the heart of Sweden here.
Ah, look, snow.
Okay, this is in the southern parts here. So this is what I have.
We have spring here, and you have winter up there. Yeah.
It's fantastic here. It's like a city event going on.
Mm.
So you can see it's amazing.
Okay, so this is my backyard.
That's why we live streamed. I talked about that. We live streamed from your home and your backyard last weekend. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So now the
and I'm just
camera
set up
freezed.
my home. Yeah, camera freezed. So what's going on there, Bartola?
Yeah, it's an ongoing. This is a sort of a city arena, winter arena that I put up every year in March, April. It's great when the sun comes back and starts to warm. It's not super warm today, but still it's pretty good. So you can walk on the ice. It's like a playground, you can say. The kids can go skating, as you can see a bit. Not many people today because it's a bit wet and the corona times. Normally you would have several hundred people a day like this, but you can still walk on the ice there.
Yeah,
you see some people. So and as you can see, we have a lot of space, so it's no problem to keep physical distancing and still have a great time. So, and it's also a city event this day because, as you know, the local businesses are struggling to stay alive. And they have moved, they have now permission to build the business out a bit in the street. They are allowed to take some parts of what they have to offer out in the street, and then also to support the culture industry and the music industry. So they have small street concerts in the corners. So they combine business and having a great time, and even in this time, Corona time, with where you need to be careful, but try to do their best to keep the spirit alive. I think that is as important as to keep the Corona away. You also need to keep the energy in the society and the communities alive, the spirit.
The spirit, yeah.
So the good vibes.
You're muted, Stellan, yeah. But no, not muted. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see here. So it's a fantastic day. Yeah, so that's what's ongoing here. The life continues.
The life continues, yeah. I'm going to stream now for 10 more minutes, and I'm going to show up later tonight. I have some people from this Swedish hacker crisis on, and the girl running Sherry List running the Danish hackathon, and also have a contact with a guy who runs the studio for the Netherlands hackathon. So we're going to see who shows up. I'm going to share the links on Twitter and in practice open random supportive to see if anyone is actually listening on Twitter today and see what's going on. And I'm going to continue to cover as much as I can this weekend. And so, we take the story further. So what's your feeling about what's going on in the world now? For
we
you
are
who
in
navigate all the
the.
way.
You can see this hackathons are ongoing all around the world. Not Hack the Crisis is one. You can say story, but there are many hackathons going on similar. So I think it's a way of how you start to organize in this early stage of crisis. And big value is of course to see that other people are trying to do something. So personally, I think the biggest value is that you start to connect people. The ideas will be, in some cases, new solutions will come up, but I think the biggest value is to see that people try to do something, that they can start to organize and feel the motivation from this mental orientation to stand this period of total uncertainty, which very few people are used to handle. You can hear the politicians and economists and other people calling for when will this end? Can you give us a time? It's very unusual for people to orient towards an uncertain future in this like we are in now. So then you need a constant dialogue where you switch and find out what direction do we go collectively.
Yeah.
So I think after this period we are right now, there will be sort of beyond Corona. That's what I believe. In 2-4 weeks, you can't focus on the negative things forever. You need to start to see what can you do. So this daily doing something, whatever, go back to your local practice, try to build something in a new way. That's why I also personally think Sweden has taken the right direction of trying at least to keep a bit the society open, because this lockdown will be super hard to sustain for months, which we speak about here most likely.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. So we do our best, and
we do our best to navigate this, and you told great navigation you said earlier. That's what we need, people who can navigate this, like the combination of skills, like you have to see and hear, listen in what's going on all over the world. You have to like make sense and connect the dots, and you have to like then start linking and talk to the right people and the right initiative and amplify the right stories.
You can imagine this was probably, I don't know of course, but imagine if 100 years when you went out on a ship to Columbus on the way to America, or they had no idea will they come back or whatever. So
yes, unknown journey.
It's a long journey, and like I said, it's
a bit windy. Can you shield your mic?
I'm out here. That's if you're an open landscape, then you get some noise. It's like when
but just hold your hand so you shield the wind.
I do that now.
You do it now. Okay, it's better.
It's better. It's a bit hard because it's open landscape.
Yeah.
You can't have everything if you want.
You can't have it. Yeah, this is the unknown complex world. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I wanted to go down here. Maybe later I will go up in the city and see some shops, how they navigate. But it is a new situation to be really don't get an answer what will be happening in 6 months or 1 year from now. So the more voices you have, the more people you know, the more insights, the more you can move into the future together.
Yeah.
So that's something you can nurture, and it's a perfect time now to to practice all this new stuff. And suddenly people are, that's one of my observations also, people are really experimenting with technology. They are forced, they feel forced, because they, like many of the entrepreneurs, they do facilitation workshops and stuff, and suddenly it's exploding. It's you can see, I don't know how many people I have in my network that have started to do online facilitation, but you see all these groups and people.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's something we should, after the beyond the crisis, I hope that this digital competence development we are into will be implemented into the way we organize societies ahead. Will be not like an additional thing, but it will be integrated.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so like really trying to practice the things we have been preparing for so many years. Now, how we build global communities for real. When in times of crisis, people either rise to the occasion or they succumb to the lowest denominator of the bad training. So I've heard stories of great community building all over the world, but also heard stories from parts of the world like Texas where people are doing the opposite now, social shaming and so hanging people out for being stupid for just getting the corona and stuff like that. So you come back to what cultural baseline and training do you have in your communities? How do you behave towards other people? It becomes highlighted and amplified during a period like this, and then becomes even more important to raise the question: how do we build better communities?
Yeah, saving community. Also, this narrative, I hope we can shift a bit from saving to more investing, because saving is sort of
did we have a community to save?
Narrative.
It's a negative connotation and narrative. So building, developing, or what's your word?
Yeah, thriving, find concepts that give energy. Crisis, of course, we are in a crisis now, but it's better to build on a most positive narrative and another type of. You should be aware of the language you use and like
the words, like the term social distancing that people are using all over the world now. It's a very horrible term, because we like physical distancing and social together or digital together, because in a time like now we're more together than ever thanks to the fantastic tool of internet and social media. So we're certainly not social distancing, we're only physical distancing, and it's very unfortunate that they shows the world like that. But for many people in the world who still don't get what this is about, maybe it's the only word they understand.
It's a bit windy, I think.
Yeah,
can get it, but it's a bit feeling how it is out in the nature. You can also experience nature.
Yeah, so out in nature wherever you are in the world, if you're allowed to. Yeah,
close to the water. If you go too close to the edge, it might be dangerous, but you don't know how close it is.
You don't know how close you can go before it becomes too dangerous, and that's the unknown part of the world.
And one thing I want to focus on personally is a bit right now. I'm observing what's happening, because it's a unique occasion to tap into different global communities around the world and see the practice. But also what I think, since we see the corona is moving from China to Europe, now into US a lot, and unfortunately I think next will obviously be in Africa and many other places, so which is maybe a bit after us, at least after some of the countries that have been exposed, like Italy early and Spain and so forth. But also, how can we as a global community start to build solutions, so we don't go into only Sweden or Denmark or Norway or whatever, but we try to focus on the global level as well. So we raise our perspectives from the local up to the global level.
Exactly.
But it's natural to do this local now first, the daily things that need to function. But next step is also important to raise a bit above that level. And you do that at the moment. Going to Denmark, going to Sweden, going to Australia.
Yeah.
They have a hack for the future today, I think, in Australia, for example. So if you just Google a bit or Facebook a bit or Twitter a bit, you will find a lot of interesting events going on in different places.
Yeah, there's a global map of all the Hack the Crisis events that someone put together. So it started in Lithuania. So there's a map. I posted it in my Facebook comment, and I posted in my YouTube comment as well for this link, so you can find it. And it's amazing. There already been so many hacks that's been 1 or 2 weeks ago, and this is the third wave this weekend. I think it's 15 or something like that this weekend.
And I remember I was part of organizing Jelly Week 2011, 12, and 13, 3 years. Last year we had 244 hacks in 1 week in 44 countries. So it's not a new phenomenon, but I think that it's a good opportunity for you who are trying out now Google and test and look what hashtags are trending, go into random communities, try to go sometimes also outside your own community and see what's going on. Okay, I need to go back now.
Great. I'll be back later in 2 hours at 5 p.m. Swedish time. So in 2 hours, Captain Future will be back, and we will bring some guests out from Sweden and Denmark at least, and see who else can join us. So stay safe, everyone, and please contact us if you want to know more what's going on in the world, the navigating part. So
see you.
See you. So that's the Windy Bartola, and I'm going offline now for 2 hours. I'll be back in 2 hours to see who else can join us, talk about more about the hackathon event. So at least 6 p.m. we have scheduled share list from Denmark. So yeah, I have it there. So see you soon, my friends. I love you all. Stay safe.